A quick look up, a right foot shot, and that is arrowed underneath the crossbar. That's a stupendous goal.
Soccer is a popular sport all around the world. However, while in Europe, I noticed a huge difference between their passion for the sport and Americans. In America, everyone plays soccer at a young age, but it is something we mostly grow out of. I believe our culture does not value soccer the way Europeans do, and they have much more passion and support for the game. In Barcelona, I noticed a lot of people wearing FC Barcelona jerseys, and not just to the games, but around town. There were stores selling the jerseys and other football merchandise on every corner. Even the Christopher Columbus statue was wearing one. Soccer is at the center of the European culture. I focused my research on the differences between the European Premier League and the U.S. Major League Soccer jerseys. Not only are there culture differences in the way our countries portray soccer, but there are major money differences as well. In the past 2 years, the MLS has started to catch on to Europe's soccer ways. The biggest shift has been introducing corporate sponsors to the front of their jerseys. There have also been a lot of new marketing tactics and branding opportunities with these new big sponsors in the United States. It was not until the FIFA video game that most Americans became familiar with professional soccer, and even in the video game, the teams were advertising for their sponsors. The most prominent form of advertising in soccer is the name on the front of the jersey. Carlsberg, Fly Emirates, AIG, and Samsung. These companies have all lent their names to some of the biggest clubs in the Premier League, and for most of the fans, naming the sponsor on the front of the shirt is easier than naming the starting 11. Fans who buy jerseys not only support their team, but they are helping to advertise the company on the shirt. The European teams have had corporate sponsors on their jerseys from the very beginning. They partner with these companies in exchange for large amounts of money. According to Forbes, these are the 5 most expensive jersey sponsorships in European soccer. Manchester United has a new deal with Chevrolet for $80 million. Barcelona just signed with Qatar Airways for around $38 million. Bayern Munich with Deutsche Telekom for $37 million. Liverpool with Standard Chartered for $33 million. And Real Madrid with Buen for $29 million. In the past, FC Barcelona has refused to put a corporate sponsor on its jersey. They've taken a higher road by donating the front of their uniform to UNICEF in a deal that pays the United Nations Children's Funds over £1 million each year. As of early 2013, Barcelona has decided to join the rest of the Premier League and have their first commercial shirt sponsor, Qatar Airways. The deal is worth €35.4 million per year for 3 years. However, Barcelona will keep the UNICEF logo on their jersey until 2016, but it will be the first time in 113 years that a corporation will feature as a sponsor rather than a non-profit organization. Sandro Rosell, the Barcelona president, quoted, "There is a lot of competition, and if we want to be at the very top, we need resources. We have to look for resources via marketing." So you might be asking, what makes the U.S. different? 2013 will mark the first year that 16 out of 19 MLS teams will have a corporate sponsor featured on their jerseys. All of the teams are contracting deals with different companies and teaming with Adidas to make new uniforms. Mary Beth Towers, head of consumer products for the MLS, agrees that soccer is about the passionate supporters and the jersey is a very important product. She said in a statement that the jersey is the crest that is closest to the fans' hearts. Every stitch, every minor detail, and every shade is designed specifically for each team. The major difference is the monetary amounts. To highlight the differences, I primarily focused on the Chicago Fire FC and the Los Angeles Galaxy. The jersey sponsorship deals in the MLS are microscopic compared to the European leagues. July 2013 marks the halfway point for the 3-year, roughly $8 million sponsorship between Quaker and the Chicago Fire. However, this is the first year that the Quaker name will be on the front of the jersey. Quaker's headquarters reside in Chicago, so they jumped at the opportunity to support their home team. The Chicago Fire and Quakers are working together to promote one another. There have been many new marketing tactics that have been used. The viral video starring Logan Paus kicking the soccer ball around Quaker was the first recognition of the sponsorship that came from the Chicago Fire's website. The ball went around the Quakers' headquarters, downtown Chicago, and then showed up at Toyota Park, their home stadium. At the end, Logan comes out of the tunnel at Toyota Park and shows off the brand new Fire jersey with the Quaker name on the front. The Quaker canisters showcased the centerpiece of the partnership up close. And Quakers promoted the Rookie of the Year campaign for Austin Berry on their Life cereal box, who actually ended up winning the title. LA Galaxy signed a 10-year contract with Herbalife that was valued at more than $44 million. This alliance, which will run through the 2022 MLS season, is the single largest and longest sponsorship agreement in MLS club history. The agreement also includes a $1 million joint community program benefiting Children's Institute, a nonprofit group that helps children who have been affected by violence in their homes or communities. Herbalife has the opportunity to obtain worldwide recognition by sponsoring the LA Galaxy. David Beckham, one of the most famous soccer players in the world, will be wearing the Herbalife jersey. He played in 115 games for England between the years 1996 and 2009, so he is still very popular in the English Premier League. Both MLS and European soccer fans will continue to buy his jerseys, but this time Herbalife will be front and center. This brings huge advertising opportunities for the company. Beckham is the highest earning soccer player in the world, making $50.6 million in 2012 from his salary and endorsements. Herbalife is getting the best of both worlds, and they need to take advantage. They do not have a contractual agreement with Beckham, so they do not have to pay him personally to wear the jersey, but they are still getting that recognition. Differences in sponsorships are enormous. LA Galaxy receives the same amount in 10 years that Europe's Liverpool receives in only 1 year. When Chicago Fire is getting $8 million for 3 years, FC Barcelona is earning roughly 105 million euros in those 3 years. This is a huge gap. The difference lies in our culture and lifestyles. However, the U.S. prides itself on its media and marketing, so they are making substantial leaps in this area with the introduction of corporate sponsors. Currently, soccer is the 5th most popular sport in the U.S., behind sports such as football and baseball, but I could see that changing in the near future. The MLS is on the rise, and our country is beginning to see the economic benefits behind the game of soccer. But for the time being, Europe is the football homeland.